What is up, legends? Alright, so I felt a little bit bad that I didn't get a chance to actually show the guild Coliseum, so we're going to start with that. This is actually pre-recorded and it's older footage. You can see we pretty much we did a lot of damage, but it's just 3 of us right now. We eventually lost. So we're down here in the dungeon basically waiting to come out and save our airship, which is taking damage right now from literally 1 person. I don't even know how he did enough damage to actually kill me. It just happened, and for some reason he was doing like 1s and 0s and everything else, and you're gonna see in this particular footage that he wasn't really doing a lot of damage to me, and then out of nowhere I just flat died. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't a mechanic. He just had something that just did enough damage, so props to them. So as you can see right here, we're gonna come out right now and we're going up, and now we're facing him like I was telling you in the last video. Like I said, I wanted to show this, but it was too late in the day, and I figured, you know what, I'll just make it a 2-parter. So you see I came in and just smacked him down. I'm still on auto mode because there's not a lot of people in here for me to worry about doing AoE and stuff like this, and now we're beating up on their ship. Every ship that we take down, destroy, gets us currency, so that's all good. We're just doing good damage, and we're eventually going to destroy this and end up coming back to fighting him or her if it's a her. So smush, and it's out of here. All right, so now we're back to fighting on this side, and here's what the thing is, that it becomes a little bit fun. Every weapon has Coliseum attack and passive, so you need to make sure that you have a very good Coliseum, and a weapon rather, or armor. If you want armor to deal with something that's like to make yourself more tanky against the element or something like that, you can do that as well. But most of the time it's just Coliseum stuff that you're going to actually need. And the higher your combo is, the larger your reward is going to be. So your combo right now is 175. I think the highest you want to get to is 777. Lucky 777, and then you get the most rewards based off of that. But most people who are like in game and crazy are going to be after this and want to actually do this and be strong and everything else. You're going to need strong Coliseum weapons. Now, PvE weapons sometimes are not the best Coliseum weapons. They have totally different things going on about between the 2 of them. So something that you use in PvP may not necessarily be that great in Coliseum, or it may do something totally different. So you have to keep that in mind. If you want really good Coliseum weapons, then you're gonna have to look at those stats, because I know some people, when I actually said that, or like just want to see what the PvE stuff, you gotta look at the PvP stuff too and see what happens when you level it up. Now the guide that not the guide, the DB that I gave you can actually see the stuff beforehand. So coming in, if you want to go after certain weapons, if those weapons are actually in the summon pool, you get a little bit of a heads up and determine whether you want to reroll for weapons. Now we're going to talk about rerolling and the way that this game kind of works. Be warned that even if you do reroll and get the job that you want, you're still going to need the other classes and the other jobs and weapons. You need to fill out all your weapons. So just because you reroll to the job that you want isn't going to get you all the weapons that you need. Sometimes you're just going to need all javelins. Sometimes you're going to need all guns and stuff like that. There's no reroll way to do all that, because it's going to be random and it's not going to give you everything. So the next thing that will actually go on is basically the mentality in this game. Now, if you want to get ahead in this game, you're probably going to want to be in a guild. And you're going to want to be in a guild where everybody has their roles. There's going to need to be somebody who's going to have to heal. And that's just no way around it. You can do a lot on your own pretty early in the game. As you can see, like I can kind of just do what the hell I want to do and play how I want to play, but eventually you're going to need to have some type of form of discipline and say, hey, you know, you're going to have to be the tanky guy, the DPS, you're going to have to be the guy who's ranged, you're going to have to be the elemental guy to do damage against, well, you want to do that with everybody, to be honest. You want to elemental negate whatever else that you're fighting. You're fighting fire, you want to bring in water. Like, you know, you just want to counter whatever element you have. So that's kind of like an everybody thing. But there's going to need to be tanky people. There's going to need to be physical. There's going to need to be ranged. There's going to be healers and support and cleric support and bard support. Somebody's going to have to play those rules. Somebody's going to have to buff. Somebody's going to have to keep the heals up. Somebody's going to have to do that strong damage and maybe single target damage when you don't need a whole bunch of AoE. Somebody's going to have that single target on weapons and stuff like that. You just want to have a little bit of discipline going in. So being that this is done, we're going to go out and we'll be right back. All right, legends, I wanted to actually show you guys in practice what I'm talking about. What you can do to kind of help you baseline. All right, so we're going to look at most of these classes right here. Now, I have majority of this here, depending on what I was actually doing. You see, a lot of it was just me testing, and I wanted to actually use Cinderella, which is why this is called Cindy, and we're going to start with a fresh one so you don't get confused. All right, say you want to be a bard, and you want to go after all buffs. So I'll go with Cindy again. So you know particularly that this particular class that you want to concentrate on buffing and maybe a little bit of DPS. You know, specifically you're going to do this either for a coliseum, or you're going to help somebody, or you want to make your character be a buffer or a healer to help. You see, most of the bonus for this particular character is going to come in with using your bard weapons. So you want to go after that. So that's your first one set. You said this is a win the element weapon right now. Going in. All right, so you know you're gonna we want to get more in there. So you see all of this right here. You want to come up with an element. Now, me personally, I'm going to get a few buffs in. I'm not going to overstack it with buffs because then you're never going to hit anything. And then remember that this is usually random and it's going to shuffle in between. So you want to come in and bring a little bit of DPS as well. So we're going to hit it with the L right here, with this L weapon, which is water. Right there. And so now I have a green stack and a blue stack. Green stack 2, which is, well, green stack just basically means I have 2 elemental wind bard weapons, as you can see right there. This is basically just me building a loadout right now to show you guys my thought process and what I would do going in. So again, let's see, let's bring in this one. Now we have fire, even though this isn't actually going to hit anything. So we got 1, 1, 2. I only have 1 attack. You just want to keep the buffs up, but you want to keep a consistent type of buffs and determine on what you want to do. If you can get buffs up on most people or just 2 people, depending on what's going on. So we'll just bring, we'll bring this one in as an extra skill. All right. So now you have buffs, but here's the thing about the game is going to again be random, and you'll just have these 4. They're going to be random rolled, and you may never even actually see them. So I usually go with like 5 or 6. Alrighty, let's bring that in, and all right, so that's enough. So now you have your buffs. Remember your supporter right now, so you need to bring in a heal. I think I didn't even use it. I don't think I even got staffs on this. I have like little to no staffs because I wasn't keeping any of them. All right. So from here, we're gonna go in for DPS, and we'll just bring this in just to bring this in. I wasn't concentrating too much on staffs, and this character's all melee. I'm just gonna bring in stuff. But according to what you're fighting, you want to bring in stuff that's gonna be beneficial to you. And again, support. That's the reason why I'm doing this. This is all support stuff right now. What are we up to? The 5, 11. All right. Bring this in. So we got fire. What's the other elemental weapon. The other elemental weapon is water. Alright, water, fire. Wind. Again, this is going to be determined on what you're actually fighting. The fire. I have nothing but fire here. Guess I do. Alright, so... Alright, here's the wind. Bring the scissors in because I like those attacks. I might actually go fight something too, just so you can see the motion. No, I'll probably get my ass killed. Actually, no. I can go somewhere not so hard. What's my points at? I'm just under 307 or 309. Obviously, as you get higher in your ranks, you get more points to put in. But all of this is under-leveled stuff, and I didn't put anything in my grids right now, my sub-grids, because we're just trying it out right now. There's no reason to try that hard. I'll put my gear on, though. Oh, that's right. Everything is in the other one. Alright, we'll just put something randomly on right now. Just for now. And... 44 is enough. We don't need to try that hard. Alright, let's go fight something that won't be too taxing for her. That is too taxing. Let's go to normal. This should be okay, right? And let's go over to hers. Oh, there we go. Should be fine because the NPCs will probably carry a little bit, and I'll probably have to go somewhere else. Again, as you can see in the bottom right here, let's take auto off. And see, this is all the stuff that I added random, so let's go ahead for a buff. We gave attack up magic on the bottom, which was kind of useless. Yeah, this is too weak. I'm not gonna get a chance to show much. Alright, so we want to do that again. And we gave her a buff. And again, if your job is to actually do this, then do your job. Alright, so say I'm like, screw that, I want to attack. Throw some DPS out there. Alright, so again, we'll magic up, but they died, so. As you can see, it's random. Let's put it in. So we gave buffs to her. Let's get a wind fight. Magic out there. Defense down. It's a debuff rather. Let's get a heal. Say somebody else is in trouble, so you want to just throw this out there again. Another heal. Say more people are in trouble. I'm just giving you guys in practice. That's a big heal right there. And you're taking more damage. Oh my god, the healer life is hard. Alright, let's do this out again. Yeep. So pretty much I debuffed though. But again, like, this is just supporter type of stuff. Get the scissors out there. Oh, any other scissors? Nah. Let's hit him with the coffin. All right, now some people might think that that's a little bit boring, but me winning is fun, in my opinion. So if you got somebody, if they're a whale too, and you get that automatic attack up, and your defense down, like you're like defense stripping and breaking a monster's defense. Let's go to this one. That's important, guys. Like, that's really important. That's team synergy. You can't like just have everybody be DPS and nobody healing, nobody buffing, nobody defense down in or attack down in and stuff like that. You just can't have that. That's gonna be okay early game, but that's not even okay early game. You might as well learn how to do it now. All right, get a buff out. Went to her. And what you can even do is, if you want to buff early, you can get rid of them early. Basically, it is going to cost you your SP though. Also, try to make it a little bit so that they kind of overlap. You don't want the same buffs over and over again. I just used what I had though, so some of the stuff is still the same. All right, so we're out. We got nothing but debuff and heal and attack left. Let's debuff them. Both of them attack down. I don't feel like doing anything, so you do it. All right, so this is a water boss. I mean, a fire boss. So I'm gonna hit you ass with water. Keep defense and attack down us. How about hold this defense down? So her defense and magic attack is down now. I don't have any water stuff right now, so I'm just gonna expend what I have. Thought she resisted that, and I got nothing left but fire now. Bestow this out. That's cute. Let's get a double. Double. Let's just get this out the way. Still nothing but fire. Alright. Let's expend these. I don't have anything left to roll it. Attack up. And she's dead. Alrighty. And like I showed you guys in the past, pretty much right here is just me farming. Say if I was doing that, it's just me farming, and as you can see, getting these individual pieces. I'm not using a specific character, that's why I'm short. I used to 2 out of 3 because I'm not adhering to what it wants me to do. Alright, so we showed that. Let's go back and I use what I normally use. Now, because I was going for fun, this is like all DPS right now. With a few weapons I can heal. Heal herself though, I can't heal anybody else. It's kind of selfish. Alright, so we have fire, and I don't have anything water here. It's awesome. Let's just try to AoE everything down. And if you look at the card right now, if I use this this axe right here, it's going to attack but also heal. If I use this sword here, which is the second sword, it's going to attack but also buff me. They killed everything so I could do it. So see if you're somebody who can kind of understand what I'm saying right now. If you look at the cards, they will actually kind of tell you what they do. If you look at my 4th card right now, is going to actually defense down and attack. Or attack down, right? I'm sorry. And then you have the fire card, which, as you can see right there, portion of life and attack. And then you have the raw damage, which he resisted because he didn't give a fuck. So let's just use water on him. I think he's dead. Katashi. That's a cutie. He's a cutie. Alright, so let's go into hard. Because they'll last longer. The one I haven't done. And we'll wrap this, and I'll summon because I like to do that for you guys. Alright, so this is going to be, as you can see right there, magic attack and defense up when I use this hammer. It's the only water one I have right now. Big damage. And then flat dead. Again, fire, everything in here fire, so I need to change to get more water weapons in here, but it kind of doesn't matter. It doesn't get hard enough for that. But again, you get attack and attack up. Well, I'm explaining why the team is just killing everything. It's funny. Alright, so we want to attack down her. We can buff ourselves up a little bit again. As you can see right there, oh well, somebody did 62,000. That's a big damage. That's it for that. You guys get it though. Team synergy kind of works out in this game. So if you have everybody playing their roles and doing what they need to do, game is super fun and super easy, and you don't really have to worry about too much. Just need everybody to play their role. That's it. Alright, so I keep trying and I keep getting played out. But I'm gonna keep trying. One. Kick! She kicked him in the balls and his head comes off. Okay, game. Got some water weapons in here though I can make use of. I don't really need to do that for that. Alright, so that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed, you understood. What's these goodies? Oh, currency for summoning, yep. Okay, so I'll catch you guys next video. Be legendary, like and subscribe. We're getting there. We're getting there. 4 days. Peace.